Test. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me out there? Awesome. Finally. Finally. Fantastic. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for stopping by today. Uh, we're going to, let's see, what are we going to do today? We are going, we're going to go to a different save file. And we will start off today. Let's start off going to one of my favorite places in the universe. Oftentimes where I have my freighter parked and just hang out and just scope out the view. I just love this black hole. And it's even better when the sun is over here. Oh, not quite that close. I just love these colors here. But yeah, this is one of my favorite places. Sometimes I will just come over here, sit in this chair, and just chill out. Okay, now since we're here on this freighter, this is the only freighter I have like really decked out, including all of this decking where you normally aren't able to build. Put a little room. Haven't furnished it yet, but little captain's quarters. Have to go around this way to get through that bulkhead. And you can see it kind of poking out right here. But it doesn't block this door. And so I've got an elaborate system of teleporters, short range teleporters to get me to various places on the ship. If I want to go straight up where I was. Oh wait, no. This goes to the lounge. Hey, Sins Arcade, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, different strokes, different folks. Here's my bartenders. I'll go back out over here. And this takes us to the refiner room and the storage rooms. It's kind of pointless to have this many uh, refiners, but it looks cool. And glitching the color in is kind of fun as well. Thanks, Sin. I appreciate you sharing the stream. And here's my mobile grow facility. There's my GAC dealer. Its name is It's. And I've been wanting to come back in here and kind of revamp everything and make most of these nip trees like all as big as I can, like the triple size that they are now. I just want it to look like a forest of nip. Then that corridor is back up to the bridge. There's a little old school hallway that I kept intact. And then we'll head back here to the engine room and the warp core. In case you haven't seen it. I tell you, Sin, it's like it's some really good homegrown. So yeah, this took me a little while to build, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I'd always wanted to build like a really big warp core that had a upper and lower deck, like the Enterprise, of course. And then when we finally got the new freighter rooms, it made it a whole lot easier to do this. And basically, it's like an illusion of indoor space. So you can see that these are like the outsides of the building, and and the floor right here is just the outdoor, the exterior platform. Thanks, Sin. Like this is one of my favorite things that I've done. So up here, I've got more short-range teleporters to get around. So here's the upper deck, and right here is the engineering bay. So yeah, this is, like I said, this was just a blast to build. I've got all these little stations over here. And then the little stack of octo cabinets. Those are such a pain to hand place. But I got the same over here. And then out the back, we've got the deck with all of the exocraft, except for the Nautilon, of course. And then over here is, so I did a video. I haven't finished editing it. I did a video tutorial for building another warp core. I just haven't edited it yet. Um, but the other thing about this room is that I'm going to like experiment with other sort of styles of warp core, and it should be a lot of fun to kind of experiment that with that as soon as I get time from the half dozen other projects I want to work on. Thanks, Spock. I appreciate that. I've got fun little things over here. And then this room right here, so wrapped around the main warp core is a is the sheath of light from a max-sized light fissure, and the light cuts through the decking on the top. So I built this to kind of cover up the decking, or to cover up the light coming through the decking. But the funny thing is that NPCs used to just spawn in there, and they would just stay in there for like ever. Like they wouldn't ever come out because there's like no door or anything. That was kind of hilarious because it looked like they were trapped. And then so up here we've got like quarters. There's this big platform on top, and then we've got little, you can kind of see in there. There's like individual rooms that I haven't like really outfitted yet because I'm already at like 2,500 parts on this. See if we can get there. So yeah, so there's like a big like apartment. Oh gosh, look at this guy's just stuck here, embedded into the bulkhead. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, that was kind of the idea, Sin. That sort of like a cooling system for the outside. And so here's the sort of promenade area that wraps around where all of the little crew quarters are. There's this dude stuck in this one. But yeah, it was just this was a lot of fun putting together. And then to top it off here, I have a bar. up at the top to kind of overlook everything. And it's another nice place to sit and just watch the sun go by, watch the event horizon on the black hole. And yeah. Hey, Grimstone Gaming, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Not much. We're just taking a look at my freighter build. And I'll show you part of it because you were not here for that part. Let's see. Getting lost in my own freighter. There we go. There's the nip nip room. And here we go. The warp core. And as I was saying before, this is something that I always wanted to do and just got so excited when we got the new freighter parts. And it took me a while to figure out how to do it. But I saw someone make sort of what looked like an indoor space on the outside. And so I realized what I needed to do in order to get this to work out right. And it took a while to get that column straight and how I wanted it. Like one of the things that isn't really easy to see, but if you look really close, you can see a light fissure stream of light going around the entire warp core. And so underneath this decking is where that is located. So it's buried into the decking underneath everything. And that was it took a while to figure out how to do, but it was fun. What's a bombing run? I'm not familiar with that. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've not heard of that before. And now I'm kind of going over there. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. So, okay, where are we at? Okay, here we go. Let's see what builds do we have here? Okay, I'm going to switch over to a different save file. All right. Yeah, this is where we're going. I see what you're saying there, Grimstone. I just got a nice little a little bump in the likes. That's pretty cool. And more likes. That's awesome. Gotta say, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for letting me know this. Okay, so this is a system that, let's take a look here. 2 days ago, I found this. Uh, don't know, don't know how I ended up here. There's nothing in the galaxy map around it that I've been to. I think I found it much earlier than 2 days ago and then came back to it and then uploaded the discovery, so it only says that I discovered it 2 days ago. But the cool thing is, and I can show you right here, there are these two right here, two teal glowing bioluminescent grass planets in the same system. Two of them. And it just, like, this is beautiful. It's a lot more bluish at night, but the light is still nicely teal. Oh my gosh, Grimstone, this is likes. I'm getting a lot of likes suddenly, and that's pretty awesome, and I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, like this is a really cool planet and a nice spot to catch those rings. Nice, Grim. Oh, that's killer. Wow, that's a lot of alts. Holy smokes, that's awesome. I uh, I really appreciate that. Thank you a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, so we'll hop in here and we will hop over to planet in the same system, the other bioluminescent grass planet. And it's like the same view, pretty much. Like the plant life is a little bit different, but not by much. There's still those giant mushrooms, some floating rocks. That one's pretty huge and kind of high up there. That where did it go? Oh, oh wait, that's not the one. Where did it go? Oh, okay. It looked higher from down on the ground. This would be a fun place to build. Yeah, bioluminescent grass isn't always for smoking, but If it was good, then it was good. But yeah, like I said, this it's a really cool system. There's another lush planet, but it has superheated storms. Both of these teal planets, no, I haven't seen any storms at all. So they both seem to be paradise planets, and yeah, it's really cool. Hey Grim, appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. You have a good night or day or whatever it is for you, and hope to see you soon. All right, where were we? Where is, oh, there we go. Now we're going to hop over to a build that only a handful of people have seen, and it's I call it the Rock Candy Archive. And it's kind of, some people have described it as very, what do you call it? Cyberpunk. It's very brightly lit, not too far off of Blade Runner kind of vibes. And so, yeah. So here's my glitched in base terminus with a giant pink crystal and these archive tubes going into the crystal. And I just kind of like, first off, this is my favorite kind of archive. It's the ball archive, and we'll pop up here to get a look over the dissonant planet that we're on. And then we have the giant ball with the electricity sparks flying off of it. And then I put this massive crystal in, sort of like it's extracting the energy from this massive crystal, and that's where it gets its that's where it's how it harvests electricity. Yeah, in the right setting, Spock, the red grass can be cool. It's not my favorite. I have one base on a red bioluminescent planet. Um, it suits the planet very nicely. It's a very red building, um, and it's cool. Yeah, I've seen double paradise before. I've seen triple paradise a time or two. Other people have found. Uh, I discovered one system that has it's one paradise and then three other lush biomes with storms. And two of those, the the paradise and one of the lush both have bioluminescent grass. One's purple and the other one gold. All right, so come down here, and there's a giant Gex statue with some max size nip nip. And it's kind of hard to see a lot of this stuff up close. I'll spin around and check it out from camera mode. And got a little slightly shrunken down biodome with some jelly crystal nip nip. Uh, it's a new strain of nip nip, never been seen before. My own creation, and high quality, I assure you. So I built this first. The first thing I built was this tunnel, and it was a lot of fun. But then it kept ships from landing over here on both sides. So I built this landing pad. Let me turn on the light a little bit. And oh, that's weird. It's not rendering in. That's hilarious. The other moon pool. One of the few times when a moon pool actually the legs come in handy. And then oh yeah, I had this dragonfly ship custom made. I wanted other colors and I was like, "Hey, can you make this for me?" And yeah, I got it made. It's a fun little ship. I like the dragonflies. They're pretty rare, and getting them with full color instead of metal is even rarer. So then, let's see. Let's go back over here. Oh, yeah. I've got the wanders. These are the same mushrooms that are on this planet. You can see them over there in the distance. And then down here, I've made little shops. So I've got a multi-tool shop. And I grabbed some decals and put it over the top to give it a little more rugged sort of look. And then here's my dude of the multi-tools. Check out that name, Widzans. My dude Widzans. Oh yeah, I put a little autophage head on his desk. Thought that was a fun little addition. And then I've got the Utopia multi-tool station sitting in the corner, so people can actually upgrade if they feel like wanting to while they're here. And then over here, like this, I really love how this sign turned out. It was a lot of fun to kind of experiment with something different. And then this is sort of like a blueprints, maps, and posters kind of shop. And then a little geck dude that distributes blueprints. Was the perfect geck to operate this little shop. And then back over where we first came in is the Nip Nip shop. A range of sizes. A little more for decor up above. Got the menus, all the different strains that you can order from this fine, legal, I assure you, establishment. And then, kind of vibes like a typical head shop. You got your different strains all available. And then he's got his little grow operation, all of his little nips. That's where the magic happens. Oh, and quality testing as well. When in doubt, pack a bowl. That's how we do it. All right. Moving on. This was kind of a fun thing to do. I made this sort of an X marks the spot that's kind of highlighted with those really tiny light fissures laying on their sides. And they don't really impede walking. You just kind of step on them and step over them. And then back in here, I haven't figured out what else. I want to do something else in here, but I have no idea. Thanks, Spock. I appreciate that. This whole build has been a lot of fun. Yo, Crisscross, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. Welcome in. Just checking out my archive build. It's a globe archive. Dropped some race initiators in here, 3 of them. See it a little bit better on this side. Took a while to get this just right, but I like it. All right, we'll go to the lower deck. Kind of merged 2 signs together. And then made a little stack in this spot because of this little stairwell. And these dudes always making little shady deals in the corner. Streamlabs is kind of interesting, Crisscross. It's I was told by several people too late that I probably should have just gone with regular old OBS. But it's it's not bad. It's a little bit of a learning curve. It seems like there's always something that I've got to switch on for my mic to work. No matter how many things I've reset, like my mic just ends up not working at the beginning of every stream. That's a little annoying, but I feel like I'm maybe getting closer to figuring it out. I don't know. We'll see. And then back up to the little shops. Here's the inside of the tunnel that I was showing a little bit ago. Oh yeah, I forgot these, the little space whale statues. This was a little bit of a big pain in the ass to do, but I finally got it. I don't even know how much time I put into this. Helen Hunt's balloon knot? From what? I am not understanding of this reference. Right. Yeah, sometimes I'm more literal than figurative. Oh, okay. It's been a long time since I've seen South Park. But yeah, this was I'm glad I finally got all of this together, but man, was it a pain to put all together. And like I was saying earlier, it prevented it prevented these landing pads from accepting pilots, so no one would land here. So I decided to build more interesting and fun things. I got a little Strider Wonder sitting in the middle of all of this. The weird thing is that when I scanned it, it's 6.7 meters high, but putting it as a wonder made it this tiny little Strider, like a little cake topper on this glitch stack. It just chills out, hangs out up there talking to people as they go by. It's pretty ridiculous, and I'm nothing if not uh, a liker or a lover of the ridiculous. And then we'll move over here. You can see the outside of that. And then the underside of that landing pad up there. We've got this little glitch stack that sits mostly in between the landing pad and the cuboid, the giant cuboid room. It took me so long to get this room sorted out. It was up higher and up underneath, and the everything was overlapping everything, and it just looked ugly as fuck. So I pulled everything out, dropped it lower, and it's looking so much better. I really like how it's turning out. Thanks, Crisscross. I appreciate that. There's a fun little simple glitch stack. More spirals. Ah, a tornado on top. I'll have to get with you to show me how to do that. So there's that. And yeah, this is really a work in progress. It's what I have been working on whenever I'm stuck on another build. And so I like to come out here and mess around with stuff. There's this giant little crystal structure. Yes, I am aware that it's a giant little, and I regretted it instantly afterward. This was kind of fun to put together. And yeah, I like how the light reflects off of the bottom. Never another vortex. Never, never ever. Yeah, the I I, I enjoyed putting this together. I like this how it plays with the light as you kind of move around and it picks up different light from different places. I dropped in some sphere generators to cast all that orange light up. And then this just looks like you can fall through, but you don't. So it has a slight sort of. I I got to get Miha out here to see how that feels while he's walking over it in VR. That should be fun. I've got a nice gravity storm going on this beautiful dissonant planet. Set up some like a whole exocraft area. Has everything going. It's a nice shot of the archive. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet planet. We've got the bioluminescent grass. And there's one other person who has a base here, and that is Gashopper. If you guys know who Gashopper is, hell of a builder. Uh, he's a friend from the No Man's High group. Uh, link in the description for the No Man's High Discord and my Discord. I'm just now opening that up to more people. So if you want to join either Discord, those links are in the description. I've got my Viking dude trying to sell you on some new wheels. Stacks on stacks of wheels. Haven't finished tooling around this area. Oh yeah. You're talking about the Reddit page, right? Yeah. Uh, Most of the No Man's High hub civilization has also been banned from that Reddit page for reasons most of us know, and one particular person that we know. Uh, and we can just leave it at that for right now. But yeah, banned. So many of us banned. And here we are, still trucking on, because screw that noise. Yeah, yeah, pretty much acts like it for sure, for sure. Always, Gotta have his way. And then, okay, so you know these little tarped over things right here. Yeah, the link for that crisscross is in the description. You should be able to tap on either one of those discords. But if it didn't update, let me see if it updated because yeah, both of the discords are linked in the description. But yeah, so those little covered, what do they call them? Let's see, what are they called again? I keep forgetting. What are they called? Oh yeah, the covered silos. Dang it. Sometimes I get too much in a hurry and my brain wants to hit all the wrong buttons at once. Oh, hey DG. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Glad to have you popping in. So yeah, so those covered silos, you can just kind of flip those on their sides. And I kind of made it look like this whole canvas sort of area. And then put all these together. I'm not sure exactly what this is doing. Maybe it's managing the flow of the minerals or something. I don't know. I'll figure out what it is and report back at some point. But yeah, this was kind of fun to put together. And I made a little topper to go on top. Just something fun. And the moon pool kind of and the compound bulbs kind of fit in with the other stuff that I've done over here. Building this whole landing pad area. And then for those just tuning in, we're checking out my archive build. And this is my favorite kind of archive. And we're on a dissonant, glowing bioluminescent grass planet with very calm gravity storms. It's a pretty friggin' cool place. And we are currently in Euclid. And this planet and system exists within the No Man's High Hub civilization claimed space. We've got, what is it, 27 claimed regions in Euclid and as many in Eisentam. We have 2 capital systems. And a lot we have a ton of fun building. We've got some great builders, really cool chill people. And like I said, you can find the links to the Discord and my Discord in the description. Hey Delta One, how's it going? Good to see you dropping by. Welcome in. And so again, those just joining, we're checking out this archive build of mine. Just playing around with an octo cabinet. More on that later. Uh, I came up with a way to use the octo cabinet in some glitch building, and INRA is doing a video on it, and then I'm going to do a live stream kind of based off of that and show some variations that I've come up with since uh, originally coming up with it. Oops. Uh-oh. There we go. And so this was a fun little thing I put together. Got the little curly coral in with the crystal inside the bubble tubes. We've got the ship and pilot sign all glitched around in a circle till it's unrecognizable, and it just creates a whole nother vibe. Hey, Shock and Awe. How's it going? Good to have you in. Welcome, welcome. And this is one of those things where I just started building a thing, and before I knew it, it turned into this, you know, whole ass thing that I don't even know what it is just yet. But it was really fun to mess with. I've got got a terbium growth down in there. Got the light fissure. There's a flaming barrel that gives off this really amazing light. And yeah. All right. So this is we're about to see one of my favorite things. Well, first off, there's this bridge kind of going between the two areas, the landing pad areas. And I don't like that they're separate. I feel like there should have been, from the start, a little connector point between those areas. And this is another landing pad that I built over here because I obscured yet another landing pad. Building, where did it go? Okay, building this. All of those pill lights were hand placed. And seems kind of like a nightmare, but it was very relaxing when I needed to clear my head and just come over here and lay all of these down one by one. And this was about where I decided to just go free power. So I didn't have to power this whole thing with a bunch of batteries and whatnot. And so the base of that living frigate statue is buried. And I don't know if everyone knew this, and I don't know if it's the same for every archive, but this area right here, you can just go inside in camera mode. You don't have to do any extra special camera tricks or anything. You can just go in. Oh, I never cleaned those out. That's hilarious. But yeah, so the base is just right in here. It took me a little bit to get it centered just right. But it finally it got there. And then we've got, I'll show you, I'll just fly up to that because that's better seen up here. Little bird's eye view of everything. Got the flaming skull with the sword. And then one of the wanders. I forget what that little plant is called, but it looks really cool, kind of spinning around the outside of the sword. And then I've got this little hidden short-range teleporter in here, and that brings us inside of the archive, inside the pedestal of the archive. So you can see everything. And unless I run out of parts doing the other things that I'm going to do on this build, I want to build some more in here and just kind of have fun with it. And then here's the yet another favorite part of this build. Here, let's go into build mode. I've got all of the curly coral and anemone and the floating cube, all of the capillary shells, and as I said before, my very own new strain of Nip Nip with the pink crystals and jellyfish. It's some call it pink lemonade. Others call it crystal jelly. And then so one more thing over here. So I made this little X on the floor with the tiny light fissures. And so if you come over here and you jetpack straight up, you're now inside the biodome. And then you can harvest all. Crystal jelly is not deadly, I assure you. You'll be hearing from my lawyers. And then we're back down on the ground. And here we go. For those who didn't see it earlier, there's my base terminus. I got the giant pink crystal in the bowl there. Yes, please do. Please do, Pale Rider. And here's the Nip Nip shop. So, yeah. Now I want to come over here and we'll mess around with doing a little build, and I'll show you how I use an octo cabinet for building. So it seems a little tedious. It's not too